Hi everyone, Janie here. Welcome back to my garden. I have such exciting news to share with you all today. So it is January, and Jason and I seem to be in this routine of every January working on the foundation of our property, really working on the bones of it and getting things done while the rest of the garden is dormant. 2 years ago, he and I and my family and some help, we installed this greenhouse from Canopia. Love it. It's so beautiful. It is a focal point of the back garden. Last year, we installed the dry creek bed and the gazebo in the center island, which completely changed the property. That was just such an impact and so much fun. And this year it's more of the same. We are working on some big stuff, and that big stuff is the back garden. So we've already done quite a lot to the back garden. Let me show you some before clips of what it looked like when we first moved in here. We have installed these raised beds, and I always say they're not really raised beds. They're no-till beds. They go straight down into the ground. And then we decided to put these posts up to hang some lights on and just give it a little bit of structure and kind of guide you to the back of the property where the greenhouse is. And I just absolutely love it. We tried to do a little bit of hardscape over here. We have this beautiful, beautiful Goodland wood burning hot tub right here. And Jason and I tried to put down some hardscape. You can see it didn't really work very well. It's really hard to install hardscape. We got this beautiful screen though that I absolutely love. But we have decided that it is time to turn our attention to the back garden and install some hardscape back here and do a couple other things as well. I find myself not using the back garden as much as I would like to, simply because I think of the ground that I have back here. Now, the ground was dirt, just soil, and then we put some arborist wood chips on top to make it so that you're not tracking too much mud everywhere. But, you know, the arborist wood chips break down and it kind of gets dirty, and it just tends to be a place that I don't go as often. I don't hang out here as often, and I want to change that. So we decided to really put our money and our investment into the back garden this year. And I invited Michael, who I think he's here. Hello, Michael.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
I'm telling everybody what we're doing. Hey, leave him alone. Monty loves Michael. So I invited Michael over. Of course, I asked Michael to help me design the back garden, and he has come up with a wonderful design, and I asked him to come and explain it to all of you because he would do a better job explaining it, right?
Right.
Okay, let me mic you up. Hold on. All right, sir. First of all, I love you. Thank you so much. When Jason and I decided that we were going to tackle the back garden in January, I texted you and was like, Michael, could you help me? And immediately you were so excited. And it was like 6 o'clock in the morning. I have a great idea. Call me about your backyard.
I am very excited because one of the things that I have to say is I watch your videos.
Yes.
And one of the videos that I truly enjoyed was you and Raphael. Mm-hmm. And what I realized was that
when we made over the greenhouse.
When you made over the greenhouse, you did the video with Raphael making over the greenhouse. And what I realized was your greenhouse is a superstar. Uh-huh. But at this point in time, it's like an afterthought.
It really is.
And I'm sitting here and I'm standing here and I'm looking at it and I'm going, that is just beautiful.
Yes. Yeah.
So what it made me realize is that when we did that walkthrough, 2 years later, what to do, and we were kind of de-emphasizing the backyard, and I go, wait a minute, why? Uh-huh. Why? Your house still faces out here. You got a gorgeous greenhouse. I love the barn in the back.
I know, me too, yeah.
And I thought, well, what can we do to make, because front is spectacular.
Yeah.
But what can we do to make the backyard a superstar?
Right.
And we already have the focal point, which is the greenhouse.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change that. That is spectacular. So what I thought was, okay, what can we do to pull the whole thing together so that when you're working out here, and when your subscribers look at it, they go, "Oh my God, this backyard is spectacular."
Yeah.
So here's the thought: everything that you've done so far, I love, and what I want to do is just work on what you have. So the first thing I was going to say, and we had talked about that in that video when we talked about the backyard.
Yeah.
This deck's got to go in this overhead. If you were 6'5", you would lose the top of your
You
deck.
absolutely would.
It's way too low.
Plus, it's falling apart.
Falling apart. Yes.
It's literally breaking down every single day.
Exactly.
I hate this pergola.
So, but I love the idea of the deck here so that you come out and making this almost kind of like this private area. And what I do love is, and again, this is the one thing that I will say to everyone in design, flexibility.
Yes. You're so good at that.
It's important to
You
think,
work with, like I hear your clients, they'll call you and you'll be like, well, yeah, let's change it. Let's do this. Let's do this.
It's called, you can't be so rigid that you go, no, this is the way. You have to learn to be flexible.
Right.
And so one of the things, like in the original video, we had talked about painting the gazebo white. I love the way the gazebo looks.
No, I love it too. It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous. And then the decking was left natural with a sealer on it. So my thought was, the new deck that you put here, leave it natural.
So we're going to pull up this floor.
Love it.
And replace it.
Right.
With
the natural wood, like in the gazebo.
Matching the gazebo.
Matching the gazebo, and do the stain, the same natural color, so that the decking in the front matches the decking in the back.
Beautiful.
And then we talked about little things, like if you wanted to make this a feature wall, maybe finding some barnwood.
Right. Wouldn't that be beautiful?
Yeah, facing this with barnwood. But this is going to be more of where you'd actually have maybe a couch in here.
Yeah.
And then at a later date, if you said, I'd love to be able to open these doors and not have to worry about bugs and everything, you can always do, like Goodwin Cole sells those automatic solar shades that come down, they're see-through, and you can always do that. The other thing you could do, which would be so inexpensive, imagine doing curtains.
Oh, wouldn't that be beautiful?
Put a curtain rod in here, shears
wouldn't that be
here,
beautiful?
drop it, so if you want a little bit of intimacy, and then you pull them back and you tie them back, would be gorgeous.
It'd be gorgeous.
Yeah.
It'd be beautiful.
Then,
so this is kind of like going to be a living, a room.
A room.
Yeah.
A room. Yes. I love your fan and everything. I love the feeling in here.
Yes.
Then you're going to step down.
So the steps. So talk about the steps.
Okay. The steps are going to be concrete.
Okay.
Or they could be wood, either one. And then one of the things that has always bothered me is you have windows looking out. And one of the things with this trellis.
I know you hate that.
I hate looking into a pole.
You hate that. Here, let me show you guys.
Yeah,
the view from our living room is the pole right there.
The pole. You look, you've got this gorgeous backyard and you get to see a pole.
Yeah, I know.
Every window has a view of a pole.
I know. Look at this window here. Is this pole right here.
It has a view of the pole. So my idea is this is gone.
Gone. Yes.
This is now going to be ground level, and we're going to now give you an outside patio that is going to come out here.
Okay.
And the patio is going to be the diamond-shaped concrete. But here's what happened was we were talking about that, and we got a bid, and you found out that it's just as inexpensive or expensive, whatever you want to call it, to pour the pads in concrete so that they're poured in place rather than doing this.
Because what Jason and I did before is you can buy these concrete tiles like at Home Depot, and we thought that was a budget thing. But then we had your guy, Kyle. His name is Kyle Myers. He's the same guy who's doing Shelly Joyer's garden that we went and toured. He told me that it's the same price because the amount of labor to get those to be straight, it's cheaper just to pour concrete. And I'm like, well, then why aren't we pouring concrete?
And the neat thing about they're poured in place. They're not going to move around. They're all leveled. They've got gravel underneath it, which will be great. And what we talked about was do them instead of 2x2s, do them 6 foot.
So won't that be beautiful?
If you put a table, you're not trying to get a table wobbly.
Yeah.
So now this is going to be a big patio area.
Oh my gosh.
And what we're going to do is what I just suggested today is along the back of the house, instead of running the patio right to the house, because we know Janie loves color and flowers.
Maybe a little bit.
So we talked about maybe doing the modern Vigo planters. One between the edge, I'll show you kind of right here. So you would have a 2-foot space of gravel.
Okay.
You do the modern Vigo planter here
Yeah.
in black.
Yeah.
You'd put a trellis here on a diamond.
Yes.
And then you grow a vine with lots of color here.
Yes.
You would do another Vigo planter, but no trellis here. Keep it in color.
Okay.
So when you look out the window, it's all flowers.
Do you think, do you remember in my my secret garden, I did the shutters on either side and the window
Love the
boxes?
idea.
Should I do a window box here or
I
no?
love the idea. If you don't want to do a planter, do a window box
Okay,
here.
okay.
Do the shutters here, which would look gorgeous.
Wouldn't that be beautiful?
Yes. Do another modern Vigo planter here
Right
with
there.
a trellis.
Yeah.
And one here because you got a blank wall.
Yes, yes.
And I like the diamond because that'll pick up the diamond that you have in the
Yeah,
front.
love it. Love
And then
it.
what you could do is window box, shutter off your bedroom.
Love it.
Then what happens is you don't have the concrete or the tiles going right to the house. You've got this all softened. You can gush it out with everything.
You know I'm going to.
You know that. This is all going to be a patio. And what I suggested to her is that they could build one in, or even if they just want to move the barbecue is going to go right here.
Okay.
And eventually, it would be really nice to build like a counter, even if you did a
Yes.
rollaway, a counter
Yes.
with a granite top or a quartzite, not quartz, but quartzite top.
Okay.
So you come out here, barbecue here. So if you said, well, where would we put a table? Table would go here, but a lot of people are going to say, well, isn't it really hot?
It's very
The answer
hot.
is yes.
Yes.
So when they're building this patio, this is what I was telling Janie.
Love it.
You sink a pipe here.
Okay.
It's just a galvanized pipe into the ground. You do one there, one over there, and what you do is they're sunk into the ground, so you can put a big 12-foot umbrella, drop it into the pipe.
I love
open
it.
up. You're not schlepping that big foundation.
Oh my gosh, I love when he told me that this morning. I was like, ah!
And then you open the umbrella in here.
Oh my
And that way,
gosh.
when you don't need it, you close it down, you put it in the garage. But and then this could be the dining table. Eventually, the maples are going to get big enough
Yes.
that you will not need the umbrella.
Maple here, and then we have another maple coming right here. It might already be here by the time you guys see this video, but we have another maple being planted right there.
Exactly. So the patio is now going to be here. There is going to be a planting area around the tree. Again, that's gushed out. There's
Plants.
going to be the other tree is going to be over here.
Okay.
That there's going to be patio. There's going to be, what I want to do is, Jenny always tells me, I never go out to the greenhouse because especially when it's inclement weather.
It's so
all
muddy and gross.
It's
Yeah.
gross. So we're going to take the same, these are going to be 6-foot squares on a diamond.
With gravel in between, just like
Gravel in
this. Yeah.
between. These are going to be a 4-foot walkway coming down here.
On a diagonal, and
On a diagonal.
4-foot diagonal is 5.33, and this is 6 feet, so it fits perfectly. Yeah.
So this will now be a solid walkway that picks up the same look that's inside the greenhouse. So you can walk in here, walk onto the patio. You're not trying to navigate. And then what I suggested to her was about where she's standing, right about here, we do some sort of a fountain.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
yeah,
Water. Yeah. Water.
The sound of water. So if your dining table is there, you're hearing the sound. The fountain is going to be centered with the opening.
Okay.
So it might be here.
Okay.
That still gives you, if you look behind you, tons of room that you could put more furniture.
Yeah, because remember, the deck's going to be gone. I'm having a hard time imagining the amount of space that I'm going to have with the deck gone. But that's why you're so helpful.
Exactly.
Because you're like, there's plenty of room.
This all stays.
Yes.
But the neat thing about it is you're no longer going to have this railing in front of the bedroom.
That's gone. Thank goodness.
Right. So now what it does is it gives you, when I first met you and we talked about your vision, you talked about a parterre garden.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And we both admit we're not veggie gardeners.
Well,
I mean, every one of us has strengths.
maybe one day. I don't.
Yeah.
I feel like we say that every year. Maybe one day we'll be veggie.
We're big proponents of the farmer's market.
Yes, yes, we are. We have a fabulous farmer's market here.
So what I said to Janie was, I love these planters. You can either leave them galvanized the way they are, or she said, I don't like the silver. You can use a direct to metal paint and paint them black.
Love it.
Okay.
Love it.
Then what I want to do is, we'll talk about this in a minute.
Yeah.
Plant boxwood around here, and these are going to be flowers and cut flowers.
Roses.
This is going to be her foremost art care garden.
I love it. I love
so when
it.
you look down here, you're going to see this is all color with the boxwoods around it. This is going to have your fountain in there with the sound of water. As I said, the umbrellas until the trees get big enough and everything. Along the whole property line, I want to do an evergreen tree.
Oh, yes.
Something that's going to get maybe 20, 25 feet.
Oh, okay.
So number one, you're not going to see the power line.
Let's just ignore that.
Yeah. Number two, you're not going to look into the goats.
Yeah.
And again, it gives you a little bit more of a formal look of maybe you use podocarpus, maybe you use thuyas.
Yes.
But you do this along here to kind of give you this really more stately look.
Yes.
Then, here's what I want to do. I love the posts, but again, I want to kind of re-emphasize the greenhouse.
Yes.
So, on the top of just these, just the center ones right here, I want to do wood, I guess you would call them gables. I have a picture to kind of show you.
Yeah.
That these would be, they would go ahead, mirror the same shape that you can see on the greenhouse.
I love it. I love it.
These two, and then what you would do so that they don't wobble, you'll pull a piece of wood.
In between. Oh my gosh, Michael, that's going to be stunning. So, okay, so the same 4x4 wood, we're just extending to a peak over the top of these.
The same kind of gable shape as the greenhouse.
Yeah.
And what we can do, which I love the idea, it'll come up, there'll be a piece across the top just like that.
Oh, yeah.
And you can put a piece down. So.
So it mimics exactly.
Yes.
Ah.
Here, and each one of those, a gorgeous climbing rose.
Beautiful.
That would go up there. I mean, talk about amazing.
Beautiful.
I mean, can you imagine this? You've got the new walkway, you've got the gable that will...
Oh my gosh.
You've got the walkway taking you to the greenhouse, which is stunning anyway. And then what's neat about it...
Wait, hold on. Do you think I could do a different color rose on each gable so it could be like my Rose LA?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
Your window here.
Yeah.
Two shutters and a window box.
Shutters and a window box, for sure. Oh my gosh.
Now what's happening is the backyard, instead of being it's stunning.
Yes.
It'll be gorgeous.
I'm going to use it so much more.
Yes.
I find myself never coming back here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's just not set up to, it's set up for like messy gardening.
Exactly.
Not like easy gardening.
And what I found was, in your videos, they were fabulous. In fact, we talked about on the other side, maybe putting another olive tree so you have the balance.
Totally.
The symmetry. And here's the thing. I love your greenhouse. What I want to do is right centered there in the back, put a sculpture, something wow.
Okay.
So that when you look at it, even at night, there's a light on it. So that when you look through those windows, instead of just seeing a fence, you see
something. Okay. I love it.
The thing about this yard is that there's no reason it can't be gorgeous. Long-term things, we get the laser cut olive thing around the air conditioner.
Yeah, to hide the air conditioner.
Right. We also do, which we do a laser cut screen right here.
Totally. Yeah.
So that again, you don't see this, and you're going to have the same walkway. You're going to now have the poured concrete diamond shape with the gravel to your office.
Okay.
And what I was saying to you is what you could do is they sell these freestanding, I have a picture.
Yep. I'll put it up.
Arbors with the same kind of gable. You put 3 of them here with another climbing vine so that when you walk to the office, you've got the climbing roses or climbing honeysuckle or something walking in here.
Oh my God, honeysuckle! Oh.
So beautiful.
Oh my God, that'd be so beautiful.
So again, everything is all tied together because I kept thinking to myself, you know what? We talked about how beautiful the front is, and it is.
Yeah.
It's stunning.
Yeah.
That's not going to change.
Yeah.
But the backyard, it shouldn't be a throwaway space.
Well, we just haven't put any effort into it at all. Not like what we've done in the front yard.
Exactly.
So now I think this year it's time for the backyard to get some love.
And the thing that I love about it is that doesn't take away from all of your storage areas.
No.
Which are great. Doesn't take away from anything that you have back here.
Yeah.
But it makes, I told you from the very first time, I love the planner idea. I love the post with the lights. it just makes this, and I love, as I said to you, I love the greenhouse.
I know. It's so beautiful.
It's a superstar.
It needs some more love than I've been giving it, for sure.
Yeah.
Here's the thing that I love about this idea with the arbors here, the umbrellas, the maple trees, the arbors over the posts. I'm going to have so much more shade back here.
Yes.
I just think of this in like 5 years, it's going to be a completely different backyard.
Absolutely.
Because this is west facing. So this is the hot afternoon sun.
Yep.
And that's another reason why I don't use it a lot. And I wouldn't really have known that back 2 years ago when we first did a walkthrough of this.
Right.
So when you're saying, oh, arbor here and arbor here, I'm like, shade,
Yep.
like shade.
So the arbor here, those will be absolutely gorgeous. And one of the advantages is, yes, you've got full sun, so the roses and
the hunt, like everything's going to be so happy.
And as we know in one of the videos that, when we did the East Coast video.
Oh yeah, the garden tour that we did that Michael designed
30 years ago.
What did we call that? What did we call that video?
I think it was
New England style.
New England
That's
style.
it. Yeah.
They, as I said, they did the same October Glory maples.
And they were huge.
They were huge.
They were.
So there will be a time when these two trees will give this whole patio area such a big shade element.
Yes.
That already has the fan to keep the air in. If you do the solar shade or the curtains, that will stop a lot of the sun.
Oh my gosh. I want to do the solar shade because I want to keep the bugs out.
I love the idea of the solar shade. And again, we can talk to Goodwin Cole.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be great because you can lower that.
Yeah.
If you don't have to worry about any of the bugs coming in, and you can leave the doors and the windows open.
I know. I mean, we got horses back here,
Yeah.
we got goats over here, and we got sheep over there. We have flies.
You have flies.
So having protection against the flies coming in the kitchen would be huge.
And the thing that's neat about it is I love the fact that you have the olives, so they're an evergreen. It's just this area that if you had a solid green screen,
it's going to change everything. Yeah.
Everything.
And then I kept thinking, like, I got to redo the fence, right? But if we put a green screen on, suddenly I don't really care about the fence.
Who cares as long as it doesn't fall down? So
Right.
the fence is secondary.
Yeah.
One of the things that I say to people, yes, if the fence is falling down, repair it, but don't put a ton of money into it. Stain it so it disappears, repair it so that it doesn't fall over, and put things in front of it, which everything, I mean, look at this, the Roman candle.
I know.
Black.
Look at how beautiful. Isn't this looking so gorgeous?
Gorgeous.
It's only been in for a year. It's just going to be absolutely amazing.
So that's one of the things that I was saying is that I want to, the things that you have, we're not getting rid of.
Right.
We're just making them showstoppers.
Oh, I'm so excited. The arbors, do you think that they should go on the top of the height of the posts right now? Or do you think we should cut down the posts a little bit?
You could cut them just a little bit. What I don't want is I don't want them competing. I like the idea that you look through and
They're
see
above that.
Yes.
Okay, I got that.
It kind of repeats that thing, and then you look straight into
Oh my gosh.
See, I love it.
Oh my gosh, I love it,
I mean,
Michael.
I'm looking at, I love your topiaries right there. I mean, it's so, the greenhouse is so pretty. It is a showstopper.
And can you imagine having a Rose LA all the way? Like, oh my God, it's going to be so beautiful.
And with the lights at night, I mean, yeah, this will be amazing.
Oh, I'm just so excited. So construction is starting on the 12th.
Yes.
Right? And so I don't know, like, you know more than I do how long construction takes and what it's going to be. I'm trying to plan it out, but then I'm realizing we're going to run into issues here and there. So bear with us when we're redoing this. I'm going to try and keep you guys updated on every single step of the way.
And I'm going to come out when they lay things. What I told Janie was, what I'm more than happy to do is as they're laying it out. So you may say, let's scoot the fountain here, move it, do thing. Layout is important. And again, it's a very organic process.
Yeah.
Yes, you can follow a design.
Some of it's going to change.
Some of it's going to change. You may say, you know what, let's scoot this over. Let's not make this. Whatever it is, we now talked about originally, we were going to make the planters around the tree more
round. Yeah.
I think they're going to be more angled.
I think that makes more sense with the transitions and everything like that.
So that's the kind of thing that as you're working on design, it's an organic process.
Yeah.
It's flexibility, it's problem solving, it's organic.
It's
and there's
fun.
no right or wrong.
It's so fun.
Just
yeah.
what feels good and what looks good. And that's what's so exciting about the whole project. It's well, you saw with the front. it kind of generated itself. It kind of developed itself.
Yeah.
And then you kind of played on that.
Yeah. No, you played on it. I cannot thank you enough, Michael. You are such a good friend to come out here and do this. And you're so excited about it. And you get me excited. And you get everyone else excited. And I can't wait for construction to start.
And I just have to say, I mean, I'm so... when we started talking about the back, I was obsessing. I was looking.
Literally 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Jamie, call me. Jamie, call me.
I had this idea. I need to talk.
I have a great idea. Call me, Jamie, call me. Michael's an early riser.
I am. And I kept thinking to myself, and she must have thought, oh my God.
He's crazy. It's crazy, Michael. But I love it. It's so fantastic. So huge thank you. My next job is to kind of take everything down. I have to clean everything out before Kyle gets here. Kyle was on the TV show with you.
With me.
Kyle was on Yard Crashers with you. I had no idea. So Michael, if you all don't know, he was on HGTV. He had a show called Yard Crashers. And
I had my own show called The Garden Police.
On
Discovery Home Channel, which
Michael.
is no longer around.
Yeah.
But we used to bust people for having ugly front yards, come in 2 days and remake
Get it all done in 2 days. Yeah.
Everything with a budget of this big. But we made beautiful things, and we didn't put them in jail because they redid their yard. It was called The Garden Police.
They got off.
I had a co-host, Shirley Bob Shaw, and we had the best time. As I said, with a budget of 50 cents.
Oh my God, that's ridiculous! And you did a lot of the work, right?
I did a lot of the work.
And Kyle Myers, he's the guy who's going to be helping us and running this. He was on these shows with you guys.
Yard Crashers.
So
that's
cool.
where I met him, and
so he's used to being on camera because I asked him. I was like, "Do you mind if I film you?" And he's like, yeah, like, do you not know my history with Michael? I was like, no, I didn't. So it should be a fun next couple weeks filming all of this for you all. So I am so very excited. I know you're excited.
I'm excited too.
Wait.
Happy New Year to everyone.
Yes.
2026. We hope this is going to be a wonderful year.
It's going to be so fun. I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a chance to get in your garden today.